What is up, people? You hear Smoking Aces, and today I actually want to talk to you about something that's very serious that happened in Connecticut, in America, where 29 people were actually killed. To put it that way, 22 were actually children, and I just want to break this down for you guys because I did a very good job, I feel, with you can check on this channel as well as my other previous channel when I actually spoke about James Holmes. I spoke about the whole story and what actually happened. At the moment, right now, they are saying that they are just dwindling around whether it's Ryan or whether it's the other Adam Lanza. Put it that way. There's actually two brothers. They don't know which one did it. Put it that way, because one guy is saying he was at work, whereas the other guy is saying he was at home. And well, you have one guy who's dead. Put it that way. But my point is that the news is playing the fools with us. That's what I'm saying. It. The news is actually telling us one thing, but another thing, and they're not giving us a clear cut who really did the damage or what really took place. I mean, when I watched ABC News, they started off saying it was two shooters, and all of a sudden, they just in 1 hour it became one shooter, and they were just showing us the one guy. And what the news actually are very good at doing, instead of showing us a recent picture, just like what they did with the James Holmes thing, they show us pictures of this guy young. Why must you give us images as if like a young person killed all the little kids? It should be seen as maybe I want to see a picture of how old this guy really is. That's all I say. I want to see this guy at his age, because to me sometimes it pulls the strings in some people where they look at that and like, oh, something was wrong with him. See, as a little kid, that's what they can see him as when they see those pictures that they release. That's all I want to speak about. That I don't want to go too much into what's actually going in that. I just want to speak about the morals and ethics and that kind of stuff today. In that, I can't believe this actually went down. If you think about it, this is elementary school. I teach in Japan. My job actually is I teach music, and I mean, my point is I teach little kids. I teach what you saw in the news. I teach that. That's my job, and it's just so terrible that someone can kill 22 people, and you can, like, I know, yeah, he put they're saying that he shot himself and that kind of stuff, but my point is to kill one person and to see the look on their face when that person dies in front of you, in front of your eyes. Just not to flinch and then kill 22. I mean, honestly, what can be going through your head? And the other thing about it is that they said this guy had a bulletproof vest and two guns and shit, and I can only think that he planned all this stuff. And the other thing we think about logically is that I don't think he went out and got the guns and ammunition stuff, because he was living in a house with his brother and his father and his mother. I'm sure it's his father's guns that he took. I don't know where the hell he got the bulletproof vest from. And that's the other thing I'll speak about, is that they should do something where like the bulletproof vests is difficult for these guys to get their hands on it, because for some reason, I'm just tying this up with the James Holmes thing, is that these guys, these kids who take the guns and they want to go blast people, they always have bulletproof vests. It's like they are in the movies. That's what I'm saying. They are going in as if they're a SWAT team each time to take out people. And of course, like with him with that bulletproof vest, you couldn't have expected anyone to stab him or hit him or anything. It's very, I don't know how. Like, it's a good thing he actually killed himself, because I don't think those people would have been able to kill him. That's honestly speaking, because he's moving in a bulletproof vest with guns. He's just blasting everyone. And yeah, it's just kind of sad just knowing that, you know what, all these innocent kids got killed. Honestly, I mean, that's just the world we're living in. I mean, it's not a very happy place. To tell you the truth, people want to say that when they're seeing all these things and just saying it's America and that kind of stuff. I want to stop right now to tell you a story, okay? This is in South Africa. This is my neighborhood in South Africa. And what happened is that there was a nightclub, and this nightclub had a night when, you can say, all the students who are in high school, they are finishing high school. So they're finished, they all passed, they're all going to college. So on the night when they are finished, the school allowed them to go to this club. This club was open during the day. That's how it works. So that they're not actually going at night, they're not getting wasted and that kind of stuff. It was meant to be like how you get a ball, that type of thing, right? But it was a very small club, and over 200 people actually went to this club. And what really happened, or what conspired and took place, is that a guy walks in, just like what you saw here. A guy walks in with a bulletproof vest and a gas mask and that kind of stuff, and he starts throwing tear gas. If you don't know what that is, it's tear gas is like this. Like, usually the cops use that kind of stuff because it's like those canisters that explode, and when they explode in a small environment that's closed up, you can't breathe. It's usually used to knock out people. That's what I'm saying it. Now, when it's thrown, like this guy threw at least between 5 to 10. He threw in a very small place with over 200 people. There were people who couldn't breathe. There were some people who actually died from suffocation. in this scenario. And what really happened was when these tear gases started to get thrown inside this club, the students actually started panicking. And when they panicked, they started to run towards the exit. And what happened was that a stampede actually started to occur. People were falling down. And when I say people, I mean students. So students were falling down. Other students were just like fearing for their lives. So they were throwing other people over them. And it just became like a jungle, put it that way. Like people were walking over their friends and killing their friends in the process to get out there. And there were some people who just couldn't breathe and just died within the place. And in the end of it, it ended up with over 45 deaths of students. So I just want to tell you a story, not because I'm telling you something that's more difficult or more harder, but I'm just trying to let you guys know that it's not just America. I see a lot of these videos and I see a lot of newspaper people are saying that, oh, people are getting shot in America. I mean, it's the world we're living in. That, I don't know, that people are like that, where I don't know how you can just take someone else's life and you can smile about it. And the same goes for the guys who created the Facebook pages. I mean, come on, you did that with the James Hopes, with the Tumblr thing. If you guys don't know, just look up this. There are people who are making Facebook pages for this Lanza, whichever brother did it. They were making actual Facebook pages so that people can go in, they can actually go and like it. They are liking the aspect that this guy killed all those innocent small kids. You understand that all those kids, they had futures. I mean, they could have lived up to have like beautiful lives, and all that's taken away from them. Just think about yourself. Put yourself in your own shoes when you were that small. How scared do you think those children must be? Even those kids who even survived this, how traumatized they must be. I just don't understand how someone can do something like that. I mean, I understand like he killed himself, so honestly I'm happy with that. I'm happy this guy actually ended his life, because he'd been sitting in prison, and we would have to see his face in YouTube videos and see his freaking face everywhere, like he's a hero, like the James Holmes kind of bullshit. But in general, I mean, and then the other thing I want to speak about, I also take this into the next part right now. We already spoke about the incident. It's with the gun control things. I don't know. In America, I keep very good close friends with Caleb. Caleb is one of my good friends. Mr. Smith, you can actually go check out his channel. He got a new channel, Mr. Smith HD. And anyways, he tells me about guns and how everything works. I mean, he's one of the best guys to tell me about it. He has a multiple amount of guns, but he's like a calm, collected person. He's not one of those people running out blasting people. And even he even told me the same things, that they shouldn't be fighting to take away people's guns, because end of the day, you've got someone else who's doing the damage with a gun in their hand. What you're gonna do if once you take away all the guns and those guys get those guns illegally? That's what I'm trying to say. Like those guys who you know are troublesome people get those guns illegally. Then the good innocent people can't even defend themselves, because in this scenario when they were at the school, there was no guns on the actual whole school. No one had a gun on them. That is why no one could stop this guy. This guy just kept on blasting people. I'm sure the staff at the school must have just been trying to just run towards him to stop him. But what you gonna do? You can't stop a bullet in that aspect. I mean, if someone had a gun, they could just pop this guy in his head and killed him. That's what they could have done, honestly speaking. Someone should have freaking killed him before he did this damage, put it that way. And yeah, I just don't think the people's guns should be taken away. I don't know how America is gonna solve this problem with the gun issue and that kind of stuff, but if you take away, my only conclusion to this is that if you take away, at the moment right now, you've got people who are killing other people, and you've got the innocent people who, some of them have guns, right? What happens when you take away all the guns from the innocent people? You telling me all the guns from the criminals or bad people, they're not gonna have no guns? Really, realistically speaking, look at the way people get drugs and shit. People who get stuff in black market, they'll get it illegally. And then these people won't be able to protect themselves, and then it'll just escalate. Your crime rate will get even higher. That's what I'm saying. So anyways, yeah, comment down below your thoughts on this. Maybe I'll drop a good video in the description, just showing you. I want to actually spread this video in the description as well. It's from Alex Jones, and in this video he actually shows proof and evidence that what took place is that there's actually two shooters. Something towards that. He shows valid proof in this video. So if you want to know about the story, go watch the video. And yeah, I just can't believe what we've come to as human beings on this world, honestly speaking.